Welcome back, and we're still on Q&A with our guest this week, Miss Ginia Domingo, the Lady President of Columbian Auto Car Corporation, exclusive importers and distributors of Kia vehicles in the country. We'll go back to that very interesting part of the interview where we left off before the break, and this is Pacquiao's involvement in the Kia team, and first of all, Kia's involvement in the PBA. So, if you don't mind, this is sports side, not much on motoring. What happens when, we know very well that Congressman Pacquiao is in a divided world. He's a congressman, he's a boxer, he's a pastor. How do you think, really, I remember during the press con, he would always say, time management. But how do you think can he fit all this in 24 hours?
He says the same thing eh. Ang sinasabi niya, lahat tayo merong 24 hours in a day. So it's just a matter of managing your time. That is what he says, no, whenever we ask him. But I guess just like us, we all have a lot of roles to play in our lives, and we just have to find time to perform each and every single role that we need to play.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier, Ginia, that you feel that being in the PBA can be a big boost to any commercial enterprise for that matter. How would you relate this to Kia and selling cars?
What Kia is now is quite far from what a lot of people know of Kia from like 10 years past. You know, the design, the engineering, you know, leaps and bounds. But you need a vehicle that would catapult you in the customer's minds. And it's easy when you are on TV. Our mother office, ang emphasis nila as far as marketing is concerned is sports marketing. So that's why we're in the Australian Open. And this is tested because we've been in sports marketing. Kia Motors Corporation has been in sports marketing for like 5-10 years. And the growth is exponential. As far as the brand is concerned, it's now in the top 100 brands in the world. You know, we are recognized already for being a green company. So, malayo na yung narating because of the efforts we've done in sports marketing. So, in the Philippines, we took baby steps. We started with the ASCALs. Up until now, the ASCALs, we are still the official transport provider of the Philippine ASCALs. But the recall from the, what we call MASA, has been very good. But we want to get into the minds of the customer faster, or at the, we want a bigger jump. So the next thing that we needed to decide on is how do we go about that while we are still true to our strategy in sports marketing. So the answer is the PBA. So when we got into the PBA, we got into basketball, I'd like to say that Kia now becomes like a household word. Just personally, an experience. I was buying takeout Chinese food over the weekend for my children. So while waiting for my takeout, the waiter approaches me and said, "Ma'am, kayo po ba si..." So I was saying, "Sino?" "Yung sa Kia po, kasi po nakita ko kayo ni..." So I was really surprised.
Instant stardom.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
No, they probably saw you in autofocus.
Yes, that too. That too. Lalo na ngayon, especially now. Especially now.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, especially now. So it really works, you know. So as far as the marketing side is concerned, I think it is the best vehicle to get your brand in.
The world knows Manny Pacquiao as practically a millionaire, dollar-wise or whatever. In one fight alone for Manny Pacquiao in boxing since 2006, he would earn at least almost $1 billion in pesos. The public now is asking how much would be his salary as head coach of Kia and the PBA. I mean, a ballpark figure if you don't want to divulge.
Well, right now everything is in negotiation. While we have announced him to be the head coach, everything is in negotiation. But I'd like to answer it this way. he is not getting into the PBA for the money.
For the money, yeah.
For the money. It's really just for the love of the sport, for basketball. So I think that's what's making it easy for us to talk to him. But right now, nothing is definite. We have an agreement for him to be our head coach in the next 3 years, and he has agreed to that. But as far as the details of a contract or his compensation, we're still in negotiation.
Very curious question, which I also heard asked during the press conference. Will Manny be driving the Kia or Rio?
He's waiting for his, like what Al said, his K900. He's waiting for that. So we've,
choice.
we're waiting for our special vehicles. As I said, they're mostly indent orders. So, of course, only the best car for Congressman.
I understand you've got the public involved, no? They can, there's a contest wherein they can suggest names for the team.
That's right.
Can you share with us at least, I guess, some, is it possible to share some top choices for the team names?
Not yet.
Are we looking at Kia Souls
Not
or
yet. The Soulsters? Yeah, I've heard of that too. There have been pretty interesting entries, but they have until the end of July to visit the website and get their entries in.
What would be the top prize for the winner?
So they get to fly to the to the US.
Wow.
The trip really is for 5 days, 4 nights, and accommodation, transfers, and pocket
prize.
money. Yes.
Husband and wife, or
No, one person.
one person?
One person.
Wow.
But we are choosing 15
Oh,
winners. So there will be 15 lucky entries.
15 finalists, you mean?
Yes, 15 finalists. Because we will choose from the 15 names.
Yes.
So if you're part of the 15, you're a winner already.
Yes, you get to fly to the
I
US.
think I'm part of the 15.
Okay, guys, no more questions. But Gina, maybe before we end this session, you have any parting words to our viewers? Please, the camera is yours.
Thank you so much for having me as your guest today.
Our pleasure.
Thank you so much, Butch. Marami nang pinag-usapan. It's mostly sa PBA. So, I'll invite everybody as early as now. October 19 po ang simula ng 40th season ng PBA, where Team Kia will be playing and pitting their own basketball team. So, abangan nyo po yan. In the meantime, matagal pa ho, from now until October 19. So, please visit your Kia dealers and test drive one of our beautiful cars. And also, please join in the Name the Team contest of Team Kia. Maraming salamat po.
That concludes the Autofocus Q&A this week. May I thank our guest motoring journalist, Mr. Al Serpal Mendoza. Thank you. And Mr. Inigo Roses for joining us. And of course, our distinguished guest on Q&A this week is Ginia Domingo of Kia Motors Philippines. Stay tuned for more about the automobile and its industry here on Autofocus, the Philippine Motor Show on television. We'll have more personalities from the automobile industry on the spotlight on our future presentations of the Autofocus Q&A.